Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the H Train Show, where our only mission is so programs out there beyond the VA.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
We begin on the tracks, rails stretching beyond the horizon. Each tie a memory, each rail a promise of where we might go. In the early years, our first logo appeared, a pioneer stepping onto the platform of possibility. Through seasons of growth, change, and challenge, we moved forward. The whistle of opportunity sounded, and we boarded the train of time. The view changed with every mile, some stations brief, others lasting. Our logos changed too, not just emblems, but mile markers of evolution. Along the way, seats filled with teammates, mentors, veterans, and friends. Some stayed for the ride, others stepped off, leaving their legacy on the rails behind us. And still, the journey continues. The tracks ahead stretch into the unknown, familiar yet full of new promise. What matters most is how we travel, with purpose, with grit, with heart. Because the journey matters, the movement matters, and the legacy of those logos, every year, every show, lives on in the rhythm of these rails. So here we are once again, all aboard. The whistle blows, the tracks call. Together we ride. We are the H Train Show, showing veterans programs beyond the VA since 2015. H is in the building now.
Let's go! Strap in, this one's for the fighter. I took the oath. 20 years I gave my soul. Sandstorms, fire, a roadside blast. Everything I knew shattered fast.
You haven't seen nothing yet! Woo!
Drowning in turmoil, 15 meds, mine in a haze. Living felt like a permanent day. Still standing, scarred and proud. Crushed by war, but I won't stay down. Voice of the broken, thunder in my chest. With the freedom fighters rising from the wreck. Parents pulled me from the edge of night, pushed me forward back into the light. Ski boots on, carving through pain. Found my fire on that frozen terrain. Said I was too old to beat the race, so I trained like hell, put them in their place. From slurred words to a podium stand, yeah, I'm racing with lightning in my hands. Still standing, scarred and proud. Crushed by war, but I won't stay down. From Kokomo to Olympic slopes, we're the freedom fighters born to cope. Now I take the mic, not a rifle. Broadcast truth, yeah, that's survival. Paralyzed, but still I lead. With every word we plant a seed. Still standing, warriors loud. Can't break us, we scream it proud. Not wounded, we're on the attack. Freedom fighters, and we're taking it back. Freedom fighters, yeah. Keep rising.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Red Friday. If you didn't know, it is February 6, 2026. Welcome back, everybody. It is the H Train Show, and I am your host, H Train. I'm proud to say I'm not riding this track alone. I'm joined by my eye candy co-host, MJ.
Woo!
And together, our mission here is simple but powerful: to show every veteran, every man and woman in the world that there are more programs out there beyond the VA, opportunities and more support. Too often, service members are told where the road ends. On this show, we're here to show you where it opens. Today's guest is coming to us from Texas, representing Chrome Heroes Foundation, and it's an organization that is doing a real work on the ground for veterans and first responders. They're joining us in the middle of the show. Something big is going on. They're doing a world championship barbecue cook-off. It's part of the area Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. This isn't just about barbecue and competition. It's more about community service and continuing to show up for those who've worn the uniform. So buckle in, turn it up, and stay with us, because this is the H Train Show, where veterans don't get left behind and the mission never stops. And today our mail call is dedicated to one of our hosts that he's contributed not only his heart, his wallet, but he has contributed his love amongst all of us. And we're here to give a little bit of it back as well, because his father recently has been put in hospice. And we want to tell you, Red, that we appreciate you. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you and your family, and we're all each going to give a little dialect of who he means to us. I don't know, Caveman or HG, if you've ever met Red or not. Just do your best when it comes to your turn. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it is mail call.
Attention, mail call.
Oh my God!
You've got mail.
Right, listen up! Listen up! I don't care if you're ready. Mail don't wait.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, there we go. There is Red. You know, he has been with us for almost 2 years. I believe he's in the class that you were in, MJ. He started like right after you and Tracer started, and we wanted to, just share Red a little bit about him. You know, he's the one that owns Fairway Travel. He is one of our sponsors here at MBR. I believe me and Tracer are the only ones that have met him person to person. The guy behind the mic is no different than the guy that we met on the cruise. He has definitely been willing to give the shirt off his back to any veteran, anybody that needed help. He always says yes. He very rarely says no. If he doesn't say no, he just doesn't show up. No, I'm teasing. But anyways, no, we love you, Red, and we miss you, and we can't wait till we do get you back. And MJ, if you want to say a few words about him.
So my very first air on MBR as a newbie was on Red's show. He had Red's Roundtable, and it was his shows, by the way, is called Freedom of Struggle, and he tells his story about Alcohol Anonymous and how he had to clear that for himself. And then he became a beautiful counselor for AA, all through the concepts of the Bible and of Jesus Christ, the Savior, of the AA program, 12 Steps. And I so much love when somebody is that healed, that can heal others with no type of backlash or remorse. And that, to me, that's Red. He's jolly, he's fun, he's energetic, and he really cares about people. Oh, freedom from struggle. I'm so sorry. Terry corrected me. Not freedom of.
Good morning, Terry.
I said of. I'm sorry, Red. My adverbs are so bad, or my transitions, whatever they're, conjunctions. I don't know.
Oh, you're good.
But he is there, and he he's gone through it, man. He really, really thought he. Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I said. I thought he was a leader of the Celebrate Recovery for a bunch of years, which is also a 12-step faith based on Jesus Christ recovery. Yes, I kind of thought that's what I said. But anyway, he openly accepted me when I came. His mother-in-law passed a few months ago, and now he's just in this again. And I tell you what, his voice is commanding of the airway, and I just absolutely adore him and what he does and how he moves forward and helping others. So I have not taken his Fairway Travel, but I know that's what you guys went on, and I heard that it was a fantastic time. So there's a lot going on in our beautiful Red's life, and our prayers, our heart, and whatever we can assist in any way possible, at least for myself, Red, I'm there.
Yeah. And it's I don't know if it's seasonal depression. Me and MJ was talking about this off air, but if anybody out there is just like, you get up, you're like, tired, just know that it's pretty normal that like everybody is going through it. I went to a wrestling event last weekend, and I thought to myself, because I was having a tough week, medical and stuff, and I got there and I told the person that I kind of work for, I told her, I'm like, man, I've had a week, and I thought to myself, why do I tell her? Why do I express that negative thought in the air? Everybody has had a bad week. I shouldn't have to express it. They should automatically know it. And then it began to drive me that, not everybody has empathy in this world. Not everybody has empathy. Not everybody is raised to have empathy. So that's one thing that I've been crushing on this week and thinking about, instead of getting mad at other people, thinking about that. And it has definitely helped me. But I just wanted to bring up, Red and HG Caveman. Do you guys have anything that you guys want to say? And we'll end it with you guys, and then we'll go to the sports report.
I don't think I've ever met Red, but he's definitely. I see him, pop in the comment section. He's commented on our show a couple of times. And just shows even though we haven't had Cruz, he extend that kindness out to strangers, and you just appreciate that. I just thoughts and prayers for him. This got me.
Time. Most definitely. Caveman.
We're wishing you the best. You helped out MBR set up one of our biggest events with that cruise. So that's one of the biggest things on our rap sheet for MBR. We had a whole veterans cruise set up by your company. So got a lot of things you can hang your hat on still. Yep. I mean, if you want to laugh too, Red, I thought that picture there was you in the studio. Thought it was you in here with me. It was just a picture of you.
Also, before we go to the sports report, since this is your reminder, if you have a significant other, this is your reminder that you have exactly 7 days to get a Valentine gift for your wife, for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, for your husband. If your significant other is a pig, I don't know, anything, okay? Just so you know, you have about 13, it's like 8 days until Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day And whatever you don't do what I did. Don't buy them a washer, dryer. Don't buy them a vacuum or anything like that. Just throwing it out there, okay?
Get him a broom instead, I say. Get a vacuum cleaner. Forget the washer.
No, I'm not going to say what I did, but like my wife asked me the other day, she's like, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? And I'm like, I don't know. Now she doesn't know. And I can say this because she doesn't watch this show. But I have a really neat activity planned for us that's gonna be like we're creating something together, and it'll be something that it's like a knickknack. So I'm kind of excited about that. Before we go to our first music break, which just so everybody knows, our music breaks are going to be a little bit different. It's going to be songs that I lyriced because we keep getting blocked on Spotify. So let's see them block this, kind of thing.
We'll still find a way.
Probably. But you guys, the sports report, I will tell you this stuff real quick. The NBA's trade deadline brought major deals involving stars like James Harden, Anthony Davis, changing playoff outlooks and team future across the league. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford wins the first NFL MVP. Los Angeles Rams quarterback. I guess the NFL honor show was yesterday because this weekend is the Super Bowl, and the bonus trending story right now is the Winter Olympics kickoff. Now, there is an athlete, and that's the only reason why I'm talking about this, and then I'll give it to Caveman and HG, and you guys then have 3 minutes for this real quick sports report. But there's an athlete that is part of the Olympics. There's a lot of controversy going on. I guess her name is Cass, C-A-S. Well, anyways, basically she didn't make the points to make the team, and she went to fight it, and they just came back and said, bottom line, she didn't make the points, qualifications. And the reason why I bring this up is because maybe I can explain some stuff to everybody. So when you go to the Olympics or you go to the Paralympics, there's like little farm teams, kind of like Aspen and NSCD and all these different ski clubs within these resorts. And for the Paralympic team, it might be different for the Olympic team, but for the Paralympic team, you're on these teams, and through the 3-4 years that you're on these farm teams, you're going down the track, and within your factor, how many ever seconds you are from the leader, that gives you points. And unless they've changed it for the Paralympics, it's like the minimum you have to be under like 180. I think I was like 34 or 35 points in, but you have to have so many points to make the team. And they're only allotted so many slots. And within those so many slots, their primary mission is, what is the chances of this individual podium? And that's how they make the team. It's a very fair qualification standard, I feel. But that's kind of how that story goes. So if you was wondering, there's a lot of commotion on social media about it, and I just wanted to kind of clear it up for everybody that was wondering about what's that story about. And that's what it is. Okay, now 3 minutes, you guys. What do you guys have on the sports?
Well, yeah, you did cover a good chunk of it. Trade deadline's coming past, so the big news: the two big stars that were potentially on the block did end up staying with their team, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Ja Morant. So that's drama that's going to shift to the offseason. Anthony Davis is out in Dallas, which in retrospect makes the Luka Doncic trade just a year ago.
Yeah.
Even worse is Anthony Davis was traded for him and is no longer with the team just a year later. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Lucas, I see he got injured too.
Oh, Luka's fine.
Oh.
Luka's the MVP candidate right now.
Oh, okay.
And an all-star starter.
And I know that the coach of the year is the New England Patriots coach.
Yep. Mike Vrabel, as Tiffany Haddish called him. His name's actually pronounced Vrabel. Returned the team that won 3 games the season before. They ended up going 14-3 and making the Super Bowl. So I think he very well deserving. It was an incredible turnaround. Unfortunately, Caveman's quarterback Tyler Shuck from the New Orleans Saints did not win the AP Rookie of the Year. He did win Pepsi Rookie of the Year, which was fan voted on, not media voted on. But Tetherell McMillan's the Rookie of the Year. Carson Schlesinger, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Myles Garrett is your Defensive Player of the Year after he broke the single season sack record. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the standout wide receiver for the Seahawks, is your Offensive Player of the Year. Drake May, your MVP, and Bobby Wagner, Walter Payton, Man of the Year.
All right.
To recap the awards. And then, the Winter Olympics opening ceremony is tonight, I believe, actually. So that's starting. Lindsey Vaughn is going to try to compete. I don't know how she's going to do that so quickly off of an ACL tear.
Well, she's done it before. Yeah. So I don't see there being any problem with that.
And it'll be in ice hockey. I am going to be real tough for anybody to beat Team Canada, as they've got a number of the NHL's top players are all Canadian on that team, including right now, I think what the consensus best 2 players in the world are, Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon.
Okay.
Leading those teams. But like we saw back in 1980, Miracle on Ice, anything can happen. So it should be will be an interesting tournament for sure.
Right. Well, thank you guys for that sports report. We are going to go on our first music break. And when we come back from that music break, not only are we going to do the what the, but MJ has the horoscopes and she has some information about solar flares. So whatever you do, stay with us. Don't go away. You're listening to the show, the highlights of the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA on the station that's led their veterans to be heard, MBR, right here on the 8th Street Show.
The locker's rusted paint was peeling. Same old halls, but different names. The teachers who taught me who I was, all packed up, retired, gone away. I left with dreams and folded letters, boots on, heart full of plans. I came back older, holding silence, trying to be that kid again. They said welcome home like it was easy, like home hadn't learned to change. Every road I tried to walk down felt rearranged. Time passed, but I stayed standing and would and moved my name. Everybody learned how to move on. I learned how to wait. Time passed, but I stayed. Same heart, different scars. I didn't leave, I just came back to find out how far. Pulled up slow to that old trailer, gravel cracking under my tires. I knocked once, then twice, then everything went quiet in my chest like fire. No lights on, no note in the window, no number I could call or chase, just an empty place where my daughter was, and the sound of my breath in that space. They say it wasn't mine to carry, say I had no part in the pain, but try telling that to a father who came home too late. Time passed, but I stayed right there in the driveway. Everybody says it wasn't your fault, but that don't make it fade. Time passed, but I stayed, counting cracks in the dark. I didn't leave, I just was already gone. If love could freeze a moment, I'd still be standing there, keys in my hand, saying her name to an empty prayer. They say time heals all the damage, but it don't heal the man who came back looking for his child with nothing but his plans. Time passed, but I stayed, still breathing through the pain. The world kept spinning without me. I stayed the same. Time passed, but I stayed. I don't ask for grace, I just live with the picture of that empty place.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the H-Train Show. We are on the stations giving veterans a voice and letting them be heard, MBR. Of course, I'm joined by my co-host MJ and the sound crew, the boys, the sports crew, HG and Caveman behind the glass. So, MJ, it is your turn. Talk to us about the solar flares, because I think that's the reason why everybody is kind of like just really tired here lately.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize, but our beautiful heavens above, our sun above, is why we are alive today, because we need that solar. Just like you have solar on your house to create electricity, it is our main function. So if you haven't noticed, there's been a lot of G-forces coming off and a lot of explosions of the sun. So somebody here in Miami said, MJ, do you realize we're going to get another Aurora Borealis shot down here? And I'm like, I do, because there was a massive one that just went off a day ago. It's almost 8. So that means we're going to be able to see it really low here in the next day or so. So people ask me, why does it hold? And I'm like, you're not imagining it. You really are not imagining the solar flares and how many, because the sun really is popping off more than usual right now. But it's because our solar goes into 11-year cycles. So the sun is near the peak of its natural 11-year cycle, which means it has to shear its outer skin like a snake, or kind of like us peeling our skin or having our dry skin. We have to lubricate. So 11-year solars, it's also called a solar maximum. During this phase, its magnetic field gets tangled and stressed out, which then leads to more sunspots on our beautiful sun, or solar flares and coronal mass ejections, which are CMEs. So the more magnetic chaos is the more energetic chaos here on Earth that releases those types of energy fields. So why does it cause the solar flares? It only happens because the sun's magnetic field line twists, snaps, and then it reconnects, kind of like a bolt snapping or a rubber band snapping. It's an overstretched rubber band that suddenly just breaks loose, and then that magma or that pressure that comes stored, and it's an energetic wave. So when we release that, it's more like an intense burst of light and radiation, high energy particulates, and sometimes massive clouds of plasma, which is the CMEs. These eruptions aren't random. They're pressured release by magnetic overload. So what does that mean for us here on Earth? So that means that our solar cycle of 25 is very strong. It's the current cycle being turned out. Our complexes of the sunspots right now, sun has a lot of magnetic complex sunspots, and these are beta, gamma, delta regions. And people are like, MJ, you're speaking way over my head. So I'm like, these are what causes those flares, and the flares are waves. So if you can imagine this huge magma wave, this radiant wave, and then we have, I don't know how many satellites. I'm going to take a guess, maybe 10,000 or more satellites around the Earth, if more. And so these waves whoosh all these satellites, causing what we call solar flares, which causes disruptions of our phones, our Wi-Fi. You've probably noticed that AT&T and Verizon, they keep going off and on. You can't get good connections on your computers, or maybe even there's some areas up north that will have, it affects their actual electricity, because everybody is AI technology, and AI technology controls heat, controls your AC, controls your doors to get in. These are why it gets affected, then causing human form to have the ego flare up and get really pissy because nothing's working. So, but how we actually, besides that, what happens with these solar flares when they hit Earth? They're stronger auroras, so you see them. You get radio blackouts, you get GPS and satellite disruptions, you get power grid disruptions, and you have increased atmospheric heating. But to the sensitive humans who live on Earth, they get really tired, they get really fatigued, they end up with headaches that they end up going to doctors because they're like, I don't know, it just comes out of nowhere. They have sleep disruption, and they have emotional intensity. Science hasn't fully mapped the configurates of what radials of that energy, but the correlations are actively being studied because we are in that solar 11-year framing right now. So if you feel like you're overwhelmed or you're irritated or you're whatever, look up to that beautiful sun that controls us and heats us every day and gives us that warmth and creates the electromagnetism here on the face of Earth.
Just don't look directly at the sun.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. Yeah.
Then you would have retinopathies with dots in the back of your eyes. Good one. Is that HG who said that, or Cayman?
Yeah, it was HG.
Also,
Yeah.
that was a pretty good estimate. I looked it up for you. There isn't really an official number, but it's anywhere between like 8,000 to 12,000 is the range. You were like right in the middle with that.
She's not like a bad rash.
No, I just didn't. They didn't say it. I was reading it, and I emphasized because the last number I saw was 99 something, and I also know that 4 other SpaceX things went up there to put more satellites. So I was just in a guess. But I knew it was high. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
MJ, tell us the horoscopes.
Every day is a horoscope. Every day is a different energy. So today we are February the 6th of 2026. It's a beautiful godly number of 7. 7's a lucky 7, right? If anybody plays crap, 7-11, we love those numbers. So we are in an angel number of 7, and those angels are you to take time to sit in silence and meditation. Great wisdom will be bestowed upon you when you connect with your creator. You are being guided and embraced by the predestined sacred contracts that you wrote before you got here. Trust that God will assist you to advance accordingly and evolve graciously every day. Your angel power word of the day, relationship harmony. That is our word of the day. Your angel power number also contains the number 20. The angels have been steadily influencing around you recently. As a result, you are about to feel a renewed sense of purpose in your life. Hold on, stay fast, and buckle in, folks. The angels will be encouraging you to take action to move you forward on a project that sparks your attention and or to work for a cause that you feel passionate about. By devoting your cause and your energy, you will be rewarded with a great inner peace, sanctioned of love and beauty and balance. Now that your number contains the number 26, we do this one all the time because we are in the 26th year. So the angels know that you feel empowered when you feel compassion for others. Then now that you ask, you feel the same compassion for yourself. Yourself first, and then those follow. It is very important that you say no to requests that make you feel uneasy in this time and this energy. Trust these sensations and trust that your body and these are your inner compasses. And lastly, the number 62 is in our forecast today. So that relationship with angels are around you at this point in time that are bringing healing to one or more of your personal relationships. Please dive into those personal relationships because you will find a renewed value of boundaries and a renewed value of love. Calling in Archangel Gabriel will assist with sensitive communications that you may be required to have during these conversations. Make sure that you are clear, that you ask the person involved for what it is that you need, and also be prepared to listen attentively in return to their likes and dislikes. Remember, we are all part and parcel of learning lessons of God's beautiful creation. So, as Jesus Christ once said in the Christian Bible, Father, forgive them, for they have lost their way. Father, forgive me for my part in establishing that routine.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, it is that time, MJ. Are you ready for the what the segment?
What the?
Yeah, I don't even know. I gave Caveman the I gave Caveman the permission to kind of take it over for this week. So let's see what he has for us.
Oh, let's dissect it.
What the segment?
Cool
Let's go.
hats, man.
Oh, for real. Thank you, bro. You see the Cobra?
Man, what is this one?
Oh, this?
Uh-huh.
That's my credo. No regrets.
Mm-hmm. You have no regrets?
Dad?
No? Like not even a single letter?
No way. Not me.
Well, I love him. I think he's great.
Okay.
I think he's a real winner, Casey. If I were you, I wouldn't use protection.
All right, we're cooked. Somebody launched a website where AI agents can rent humans. It's called Rent a Human, and they need your body, and they'll pay you money for you to run tasks for them. Let's say that one of these AI agents wants to order something online and it delivers to the local post office. How is it going to pick it up? Well, it pays humans to go do the job for him. And you might be thinking, nobody's crazy enough to register for this and run errands for a bunch of robots. Well, there's already over 5,000 humans signed up for this, ready to be used for their bodies for these AI agents to do mundane tasks, ranging from anything you can possibly imagine that would need a body that an AI agent could not do yet. I don't know, maybe an AI agent will rent me out to go look at this pond behind me or something because it can't see it from the inside of a computer. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this down below, and I'll see you guys next video.
I think it's a fantastic idea, to be honest with you.
Who's the dummy?
That's a good idea too, H.
Well, I mean,
they could hire humans
right.
for all of those jobs,
right?
Instead of AI,
right?
They could hire the humans to do all of that,
exactly.
And they wouldn't need an AI at all.
Exactly. Like,
no. I'm saying like the AI, it doesn't make sense why that even exists because there's things like managers and jobs, and they could just have real people do all of those things.
Well, yeah, I understand what you mean, but
having to hire people.
Let's say, okay, so everybody is really bad at schedules, but everybody's really good when they need something done when it's convenient for them, right? So let's say, for instance, like, okay, I got a show on Friday, but I need to take a friend or a daughter. I need to take her wood or whatever. I could hire somebody to go to my house, get the wood, and then take it. I can't hire an
Exactly
Uber.
what I'm saying, you don't need the AI to hire somebody to do something for you. You could just hire them yourself.
Yeah, but with the AI, it kind of collects everybody like a bank, though, you know?
Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But what happens if you, like with Indeed and all those other companies, usually there's like a lot of information you got to put in there. And with the way this is talking, like this is, you just go on the website, pick a person, tell them what you want, and they do it. You don't have to give all the address and stuff in.
That's a job recruiter's job as well. That's what job recruiters do
Okay.
all day long.
All right.
They get a salary to do that. They want to, and they're good at that. That's why they do it.
I wonder if this business is just kind of a competition for Indeed then.
Also, like a lot of times, like an AI just like it's taking like data point, or it's looking for certain key phrases or words or things like that. So like if somebody can find out how to like trigger like phrases that the AI is looking for, I mean, then you can just kind of like slip through the cracks easier if you know like how to trick the AI. Like because it's just going to like look at an application or scan an application and make a determination based off of that. When you have an actual person do it, I mean, I've seen like I used to do interviews for my when I was an assistant manager at the Noodles and Company, and I would see like a resume that would look really good, and then like talk to the person and be like, "Well, this is." It was like a completely different person.
Well, yeah, they're always going to look better on paper than they are in real life. Even my wife says that when she does an interview. MJ, what do you think about this? Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm optimistic about like new technology and everything, and it seems like everybody's scared of AI.
I'm not sure why the AI is hiring the people to do it. Why is not the manager just hiring the people to do it? Like I'm a little confused, but I'm not tech savvy. But why is a robot hiring people? Why isn't the manager just hiring people?
Exactly. Why do we need to have AI to do simple little mundane tasks for us instead of like genuinely do something good for society? We're going on TikTok and seeing Jeffrey Epstein AI videos of him hanging out with Diddy and Charlie Kirk. That's what we're using AI for. To like do little mundane tasks that like you could easily do in 5 minutes.
I believe that the world is consisting of a majority of baby boomers right now still. And the baby boomers are really struggling with this AI because they can't resound what is real and what is not real. Even I'm not a baby boomer, I'm an Xer, and I'm on that cusp of being a boomer, but I have a hard time sometimes going, wait, is that real? And then I have to stop and do what I'm doing and try to look up the truth. So I do believe there is good, positive things for business people with AI. For instance, it can help with all of your cost of promotions or cost of sales. It can give you a leading edge on trendings. I mean, there's really good things with it. I think because it's so new, maybe we just have to have boundaries with it.
Well, I mean, there's already being talked by the government on having boundaries on AI. You know, it's funny to me because it seems like every 10 years there's something. You know, we had issues with the internet. You know, we had issues with religion. We had issues with, well, we still have issues with politics, but you know, you have issues with politics. Now it's AI, you know, and then it was UFOs. I mean, it's just, I don't know. When I went on TikTok, and we'll go to drop the mic after this, but when I went on TikTok yesterday, it was funny because somebody did a really cool AI image or like video of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going against Shredder, and I thought that was awesome. And I read through the comments, and some guy was like, "What is this AI?" And you know, I'm like, you know, sometimes it's okay just to enjoy the show. And
you know, I'm going to say this, and maybe you guys don't know this, but there are countries where false social media posts can lead to an arrest. China's one of them. Russia's one. India, Thailand, Turkey, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Singapore. You use AI to falsely accuse, you will be arrested. Other countries where arrest is really rare, but it's possible on numerous accounts that the person does it is Germany, France, and Japan. And then with strong free speech protections now are United States, Canada, UK, and Australia. That's why a lot of things are happening on social media, or your things are disappearing because it is the AIs are tracking people with false commentary. So I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. Your Google AI and your Chat GPT is only good as the person's moral boundaries that are inputting it. And I said a lot of times, you can ask Chat GPT a question and read it, and then ask for a non-biased review and solidarity of your stuff. And that's how I tell my baby boomers, do that. Put in there, say, now I want an unbiased, and I want the resources from liable resources, not Vogue magazine, not parents. Like, these are not reliable sources. So you can put the parameters in ChatGPT, but they don't tell you that. So you're only as good as what its algorithms are benefiting you for. Does that make sense?
It does. It sounds like an NFL coach. An NFL coach is only as good as his quarterback. I'm teasing. Okay, hey, it is that time before we go on our next commercial break. We want to make sure to grab it. It is Drop the Mic.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to do what you all think I'm going to do, which is just flip out.
Out of here. Y'all take care.
McDonald's is adding a touch of elegance to one of its best-selling items this Valentine's Day with a new McNugget Caviar Kit. The fast food chain announced a limited-time partnership with Paramount Caviar to bring McDonald's fans a premium product for free on February 10th. Each kit contains a 1-ounce tin of McNugget Caviar, a $25 Arch card for chicken McNuggets, creme fraiche, and a mother-of-pearl caviar spoon for serving. The kits are available exclusively online.
All right, there you go, everybody. Those who have significant others and don't know what to do for Valentine's Day, you can use the McDonald's app and get chicken nuggets and caviar for Valentine's Day. What do you think of that?
I was going to take my girlfriend to a fancy French restaurant, but I think screw it, we're going to McDonald's.
We're going to McDonald's.
I'm canceling the reservation.
Okay, for all three of you, there. I'm punching. Wait. There's the third one.
That's hilarious. That's
You
hilarious.
know, for Valentine's Day, I don't care who it was. I have never. As soon as I had dated somebody or married my husband, I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever bring me on Valentine's Day chocolates or cut flowers, we're going to just not be. I don't believe in it.
Well, make sure. I mean, right now it's okay because your husband knows, but make sure if you ever go forward with somebody else, then you make sure to tell them that, because if I always get my wife, I always get her flowers or candy or something for Valentine's Day. But the thing is that I hate Valentine's Day. Honestly, I think
it should.
I think it's strongly. I can say that I just hate holidays, because these holidays are man-made and the government's made them, and there's a holiday every single month. So if you're not striving to live, the house, or you're not striving to live, eating and doing all these different things, you're striving to make your significant other happy because it's a holiday. You have to get them something for Valentine's Day.
I agree with you. Holidays, they are man-made, but I think that it was like more of the passage of time and like more corporate identities trying to make money off holidays that really ruined it.
Yeah,
holidays are like the one man-made thing that really helps society.
The economy, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these holidays have existed for a long time, but it's just like in this modern, like they've been really like corporatized, and it's like I don't know what other way to put it besides like corporate propaganda, where like they try to convince you that you don't like care about someone if you don't spend a lot of money. I think though, like sometimes it's not about like how much you spend, but it's just like the thought and the effort
right
that you put into it.
I agree with that.
I'll do flowers. I just don't want cut flowers. I need if you're going to give me something from God's earth, I want to make it last as long as I can. And cutting flowers is 4 or 5 days, and then they start wilting, and then it's kind of like they're dead. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Well, there's I thought about this the other day because I was talking to a friend. Sometimes we forget that we do stuff for other people, and like we worry about, they're not reciprocating or whatever. Well, there's little things that people do to reciprocate. they call you back, or they come visit you, or they call you out of the blue to say how you are, or maybe grab you a coffee, or take you out for lunch. Sometimes we do forget the little things that other people do because we're so stuck in our bubble, if that makes sense. So
yeah, well, are we stuck in our bubble because we don't know any better, or we haven't learned? Or are we stuck in our bubble because the energy outside the bubble is not liking? We're not liking that energy?
It's a good question. That's a good question. And you know what? Hey, I tell you what, we're gonna go on music break because at the top of the hour we have the interview of the week. But what we're going to ask is listeners and viewers, help us out, engage with us. Let us know from what we talked about during this time. We want to know your opinion. What do you think? So whatever you do, stay with us. Don't go away. You're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the H Train Show right here on the station, letting our veterans be heard right here on MBR. Coming up next, we'll find out the free events that are happening here in Colorado, in Miami, in Pennsylvania, and the tribute to troops. But up next is No Hero Battles Alone. Stay with us.
I used to sleep with my boots by the door in case the call came through. I learned how to run toward fire for people I never knew. I didn't ask who deserved it, I didn't stop to choose. I just raised my hand, said send me, and did what soldiers do. Now I wake up to different battles, paperwork, bills, and pain. Doctors' rooms instead of foxholes, still here in the rain. They say thank you for your service, like that settles the debt. But somehow every month that passes, you take a little more yet. I kept my promise when it mattered, I wish you would too. Don't take from the wounded, we already paid our due. I left pieces of myself over there trying to come back to you. I didn't come home whole, but I came home true. So don't take from the wounded when we already bled for you. There's a man with his medals in a shoebox tucked under his bed. 3 years of war in his bloodstream, still ringing in his head. They told him you're retired now, like the war just shuts the door. But the pain didn't get that memo, it still shows up every morning at 4. $200 and some change, that's what they say he's worth. For nights he can't remember, and days that still hurt. Try explaining that number to his kids at the table. Try telling them freedom's expensive, but fairness isn't available. You see a budget line, I see a lie. Don't take from the wounded, we already paid our due. You count the years, not the scars, but the scars remember you. We didn't break the promise, we followed it through. So don't take from the wounded when we already bled for you. There was a family watching hospital lights flicker through the night. A war came home in his lungs and blood from things we couldn't see or fight. They said you have to step away now, before 20 years were done. Cancer doesn't wait for calendars, it just takes what it wants. They did the math on the kitchen table, nothing added up. How do you serve till it kills you and still not be enough? They made the law out feels like losing him again. Don't take from the wounded, we already paid our due. We do it again for this country, that part of us is still true. But don't look us in the eye and say, this is all you can do. Don't take from the wounded, when we already shed blood for you.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature Broadcast Beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built.
Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. At 19 years old, he was sent off to war, not really sure what he was fighting for. So he fights for what's behind him and his brothers beside him. Together they'll weather the storm. 9 long months later and he's still alive. Fought several long battles you shouldn't have survived. Then the IED exploded as the ambush unfolded. He laid there bleeding as his brothers all died. Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. Reinforcements arrived in the nick of time. Old Doc had found him and called in the nightline. He awoke in the hospital, they patched all the holes. Too bad they couldn't fix the ones in his soul. And 16 years later he locks all the doors, unable to find anything worth living for. His family has left him, he feels society rejects him. With a bottle and a pistol, he falls to the floor. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he sat there and cried, with only his memories sitting there by his side. Brothers and sisters, we can't lose this war. Have we forgotten what the hell we fought for? Pick up the phone, don't knock on the door. 22 too many, we must carry on, fighting these battles until they are won. We know that we walk on the edge of a knife, but one simple call can save a life. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Red Friday, February 6, 2026. Again, 8 more days till Valentine's Day. But let me tell you something. Boy, do we have a treat for you. Do you like barbecue? I do. Do you like barbecue, MJ?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a very slow yeah. You like barbecue, don't you, AG?
Oh yeah, I love barbecue.
Oh my gosh, boy, do I have a special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. Our interview of the week is a very, very, very beautiful and very talented, very nice lady. Her name is Wendy. She has decided to come on the show, and she has an event that she wants to share. And we're trying to get as many veterans as possible to, to participate in this community event here in Houston. I've been to Houston, very, very hot. But, there's a chili cook-off, and she's here to tell us about it in our interview of the week.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Houston, Texas, and she's here to talk about it, the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Wendy Collier. Wendy, thank you so much for being on this morning. We knew it was pretty early where you're at, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, love it. Super appreciate it. Actually, earlier where you guys are at than where I'm at, so we are good. We're working on coffee, and I think we've got one of our board members, Joshua Rush, that is trying to jump on with us as well. Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, I have been involved with them just for a short while, and they are, as an organization, they have really grabbed my heart. And couple of the things that they are doing. So if you're familiar with Houston, if you are familiar with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, prior to the rodeo starting end of February, the 26th, 27th, 28th, there is the world famous barbecue championship cook-off. And over the course of 3 days, we have about 250,000 people who come out to have a great time, to enjoy some world-class barbecue, and just to meet people. And so Texas Chrome has a tent there. I say it's probably one of the best tents, but our entire focus and our entire mission really is to help to meet the needs of our veterans and first responders in our community. And there are 3 gentlemen behind this organization that just really have done a fantastic job. They are a boots on the ground organization. So if you have a family member that is going through medical treatment, we have got guys that will come and help you navigate the medical complexities down at the medical center. We step in and feed families when there is a need. When there is a need for modified vehicles, handicapped accessible vehicles, equipment, those kinds of things, we really are there to meet the need. And so part of our cook-off, part of this event is to raise money so that we can do exactly those things. Nice. And so we would love to invite, if you are in the Houston area, if you're coming to Houston for the Livestock Show and Rodeo, we would love to have you join us at our tent. And so Joel, if people want to reach out to you, we can figure out how to get them tickets, get them entry to the event. If there's a veteran that you know that would like to attend, we would be happy to extend an invitation for them to extend. And obviously, if there are companies that are looking to support this organization or sponsor, those opportunities are still available. And I would say 98% of what we raise goes directly back into the community.
Beautiful.
All right, MJ, are you ready for these questions, Wendy? Me and MJ have some tough questions for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping Josh is joining us because he really is the expert on this. But I will. I'm going to give it my best shot here.
Well, I think you'll do just fine. MJ, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, Wendy, welcome. My pleasure in meeting you. What a beautiful, beautiful thing that you guys have like transformed here into an everyday, like people love chili cook-offs and barbecue cook-offs, and to tie that in, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I do have a question. And
Absolutely.
So we're hearing about the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation for the first time. So what's the heart behind that mission? Like no hero battles alone. What is that?
I think that part of what I was talking about, and so we really are when I say a boots on the ground, that is very much what we are about. We work with a lot of veterans and first responders that are going through, cancer treatments, different medical treatments. We come alongside them. We help them to navigate the complexities of that medical system. It's not easy. And for our veterans who have served this country, we should make it as easy as possible. They shouldn't have to fight for care, and yet they do. And so, our guys, Josh is so good about this. He literally will come to the hospital, help you navigate what that looks like. He understands the speak because he's been there himself on how to get tests that are needed or, insurance coverage. So it really is just a come alongside organization that, what do you need? Where can we literally come alongside and support you in getting the care that you need?
What was the reasoning behind making it like the barbecue or a chili or something? What became that form of that therapy or that connection through veterans to help with the PTSDs or with those life-changing formations? How does that barbecue correlate? How did that happen?
Sure. So this group of guys loves to barbecue. They were involved in, if you're involved in barbecue culture, there are a lot of cook-offs that take place across the country. And a few years ago, I think they saw the connection that people had to barbecue, right? You can come, you can hang out, you can kind of have a good time and be with people that have been in your situation. And so they have what's called the Meat Project. So if you want to learn how to barbecue, if you want to learn how to compete in a championship barbecue league, they literally have a program where you can come alongside, you can learn the different techniques, the tips, the butchering, all of the things that go into presenting, an offering for the judges to judge. And so from how you lay the plate out to what you do. So it is a really impressive program, and guys come back year after year, to do this.
It's funny. I was just in Jekyll Island, and the first responders there had it wasn't a chili cook-off, it was a chili cookout.
Yeah.
And they had their boots there for rate, you buy your ticket for $7 and you can go as many back as you want, or you can try different things. And it was, and I'm thinking, wow, this is the same kind of concept. And it's really, really helpful. I know what Joel asked me, he goes, do I like barbecue? I go, I'm like, I do, but my body doesn't like it anymore.
Yes.
I think when you aging up to the 60s, I'm like, ooh, something about that just so. in my aspect, so I want people to know, you can go, like I went to the first responders at Jekyll Island and I asked them without the sauce, and it's just as good, folks, because they have a nice rub on it or whatever, and they can put it without the tomato acid sauce that if it affects your stomach. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's
And I would say this too, and I think Joel, I think Josh is in, and so I'm gonna.
Well, I was trying to. So we usually keep 3 boxes, and so I was trying to figure out how I could put you guys on in. So
And you can put me on mute, and we can defer to him if we want to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, Wendy, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
We'll just swap you out. We'll still keep you in the backstage. We'll just swap you out.
Yeah, swap me out with Josh. You got the better end of the deal over there with him. But I will say this, MJ. So for just real quickly, barbecue is so much more than what we think of as barbecue, right?
Right.
And so on Thursday nights, we're doing steak night. And there are so many things that, if nothing else, it's a great camaraderie opportunity.
Yeah.
And so even if you aren't a, quote unquote barbecue lover, this is a great place to interact with people, to meet new people, and to form some friendships. And I think, again, it's one of my favorite times of the year. And so I'm gonna let Josh.
Yeah, because I got a couple more questions.
Yes, and he'll be great at answering those for you.
Well, Wendy, it was nice meeting you face to face finally, and
You as
I look
well.
forward to talking to you more. And thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And we'll bring Josh on there now.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you, guys. Great to meet you both.
All right, now we'll bring Josh. Josh, well, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank y'all so much for having me.
No problem, no problem. Usually we keep 3 boxes just because the environment's different in each of the videos, and we're trying to keep the sound quality really, really good. So if we need to ask, Wendy any more questions, we'll bring her back. But MJ's got some questions to finish, and then I've got some questions for you as well.
Yeah, go ahead. We'd love
Josh,
to answer those.
how long have you been doing this?
Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, I believe we're in our 9th year, 8th or
Wow.
9th year. We started, we would help these veterans that would come out to these private ranches, and they would hunt and stuff, and we would cook. And then what happened was we found out that like these veterans would come back and they would help us. And then we're like, hey, why don't you learn to cook? And so we took those veterans and those first responders, and we teach them to cook. And then it just kind of it just kept going. And now we have got, I believe there's 136 veterans and first responders that have gone through the program, the Pitmaster program. We team them up with a world champion or somebody that has just been absolutely successful in that barbecue world, and they get to learn. It disengages the mind of like just the negative thinking to where it's like a craft of barbecue, learning something that they can take home, and it's an art, and it just changes that mindset. And it's the brotherhood, because we don't just bring one veteran. We might bring 10 or 15 veterans at one time, or
I'm
first
glad you
responders.
said that.
So
what is your success story of that, though? What is like one of the best success stories?
I'll tell you a success story that honestly, it makes me have chills because I'm just thinking of it right now.
Oh, I love Willie's. I love Willie's.
Oh my God. It does. It made me cry when I heard it. There was a veteran, and this happened just 4 months ago. There was a veteran 24 hours before he showed up to El Campo, Texas, Lost Lagoon, one of our we had about 85 cooking teams there. And one of his buddies was like, his buddy was coming, and he called us and was like, hey, can I bring another guy? And I was like, yeah, sure. We can make it work. And 24 hours before that, he had a gun in his mouth. And he was he went through the VA. It's just like medicine upon medicine upon medicine. And he was just like, I'm done with life. Like, I'm just done. Well, his buddy called him. He was like, hey, get in the truck, pack your bags. We're going to Texas. We're going to go cook barbecue. And he told us that he was like, guys, you'll understand, 24 hours ago, I was about to end my life. And this completely changed because I have the brotherhood. I have people that I can call on now. We also have resources for psychologists and anything mental health. We can give them those resources that are not in the VA, like private, that we have. And I'm based out of Houston, and they will help these veterans and first responders or local heroes that are dealing with mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, it like completely changed the outlook of what we do. Like, it was just like, wow. So he got to, and the craziest thing is that he was teamed up with a guy, Mr. Miller, that has just been super successful in the barbecue world. And that team ended up grand champion.
Wow.
And he got to walk and he got to go on stage. And I was just like, holy smokes, this is absolutely amazing for veterans that just have absolutely just said, I don't know nothing about barbecue. I am here. I want to learn. I want to be with my brotherhood. And it's just absolutely amazing.
That's awesome. Story. That is an awesome story. Yes. That you gave me the willies. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the willies down the back. So, what would you say to a veteran or a first responder who's struggling and wondering, just like your success story, if they belong in that space too?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. First thing, do not give up. Do not give up. I'll tell you, I will gladly give you my number. If y'all want it out there, I will take any phone call anytime. I will tell you this. I was a first responder. I was a fireman. I had stage 4 testicular cancer. I've been through the mental state too of chemo and all kinds of stuff. Man, I went through 140 hours of chemo. I went through 6 surgeries. I stayed in the hospital 45 days at MD Anderson. And I'll tell you this, I wanted to give up. But the thing is that having somebody that will just answer the phone. You can go to texaschrome.org. Our phone number's on there. You can call us anytime you are going through anything. We are here. We also have resources. The thing is, do not give up. Get you a brotherhood around you. Get people, accountability partners, and just do not give up. Because I'm going to tell you, you're loved. You are loved.
That's
just beautiful. Being here, you are loved.
Thanks, Josh.
And that's one of the things that I literally just got off the phone with one of my buddies, and he is an auctioneer. I'm a professional auctioneer by trade, and just him running down the road has just run him ragged. He's got a new kid. It's just a lot of things going on. And he's just like, what do I do? And I was like, here's the resources. I would love to help you.
You know what makes you so beautiful? You are excited about what you do, and the joy resonates, and you radiate with that joy. And so that is so infectious. Congratulations. What a truly remarkable subject that you have crossed there to border with the different personality attributes of health and physicalities of our beautiful service to other people. And you radiate with that energy, and it's so fun to watch you speak about this. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Josh, let's talk about this World Championship Barbecue Cook-Off here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. What can people expect when they visit the tent? Like,
man, you're gonna experience, first of all, when you walk in, you're gonna experience an atmosphere that is a very social atmosphere. We're not like a humongous party. We want you to come out. We want you to enjoy yourself, be able to talk with others. We're going to have live entertainment with Caleb Young, really amazing up and coming country artist. Then you're gonna experience some good food. First of all, like Thursday night, steak night, and then we're got all kinds of things that are going on. We've got great drink if you want to indulge in that. We've got all kinds of stuff. We're gonna have a great atmosphere. We've got veterans. One of the things that we offer, one of our tents offers that not a lot of other people offer, and that is if you're a veteran, just email us. We'd love for you to join us at no cost.
Man, I wish I lived
first
in Houston.
responder. Hey, come out. Like, show us
Maybe you
your
should
badge.
take my
show us
trailer
whatever.
down there. Do you have room for a
Come on.
trailer?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
come
dude,
on.
I wish-
We want to rejoice you in what you gave to our country and what you give to our community. That is one of the biggest things that we can offer. We've been blessed, and we want to bless others. That's the thing.
You know, I'm from Indiana, and the one thing that I can say that I missed that I really enjoyed, and Caveman and HG will probably look at me and like tilt their heads, like, huh? You can't take away from eating a piece of steak or like a piece of ribeye and smelling the aroma of the pigs and the cow manure. I don't know why, but it's just like it's a country thing. Like you can't get over that odor. Like when you're young, you're like, oh God, I gotta get out of that. But then when you go back home, it's one of the things that you kind of miss. Also, if you live in an area like New York or even New Mexico, you miss the smell of fresh cut grass.
Yes.
You got me over here wishing. Can you walk us through the dates, the locations, what makes your setup at tent 311, 313, and 315 special this year?
Yeah, so we start off. Let me give you my dates right quick, because man, I am just running 90 miles an hour real quick.
That's
so
all right.
2 seconds.
Don't worry about it.
I got you right here. Ooh, go back. There we go. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start February the 26th, and that's going to be your Thursday night. That's going to be kind of, I call that our VIP night. It's a lot of our sponsors as well as veterans and that kind of stuff. And then we go the 27th and 28th. So Friday night, Saturday night, all 3 nights. We're going to have great entertainment, great food, great drinks. If you want to indulge, it's understandable. We've got other options if you don't want to. What's important about ours is that we have everybody knows us as the old Jack Daniels tent. Jack Daniels was there for years upon years upon years. We have a corner. We have probably the best real estate at Rodeo Houston. Like, our tent is on the corner. We have 3 big spots. We have big tent, ADA ramps, clear glass fronts. Like, this isn't just a throw together. This is a full production. Wow. And so that you literally, it's not hard to get to us. And it's just absolutely, we want sponsors, we want veterans, first responders, we want all them to have a good time, to enjoy their time.
This is definitely a rain or shine event.
Rain or shine.
I wonder how the heifers feel about that meat being burnt.
We're cooking.
It's a rodeo livestock show. I wonder how those heifers and bulls feel about that meat cooking on there.
So Houston's kind of different. I'll tell you this. Houston's different. We start the rodeo with the barbecue cook-off. We take up, there's 200, almost 300 teams there. We take up the whole parking lot in front of NRG.
Wow.
Like full, like these guys come from, we have, I believe it's 12 international teams. And then we have champions of Champion Row that have won Memphis in May, Jack Daniels, anything like that. So San Antonio, any of the big major ones, they get a spot at Rodeo Houston. So then you have your other teams. You have your Go Texan, you have your corporate teams and stuff like that. So we're right in the mix of that. What's different about us, guys, is that we have 10 world championships behind us. We won in 2019, grand champion, 2020 reserved it. We have the lowest we've ever been is we were 18th. We were 18th. That's the lowest we've ever been as a team.
Wow.
Overall.
Now, if there are veterans, because I just got a text message, if there are veterans that want to enter this championship chili cook-off, is this the start of it, or is the introduction of that somewhere else?
That would be somewhere else. This is an invitational only.
Okay.
You had there's a waiting list. If you wanted to cook World Championship barbecue,
yeah,
your waiting list is like 10 years to even get in.
Woo! Okay, all right. So this is the real deal.
This is the World Championship. This is the largest World Championship barbecue across. It's massive.
Okay, all right.
But the thing is, we want you to come. We want you to connect. It's because when we have other barbecue cook-offs, we do somewhere in that 12 and 15 barbecue cook-offs a year. We want you to come. We want you to experience. We want you to experience how to cook World Championship barbecue.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get partnered with a pit master that have won a lot, and they're going to teach you all the tricks and tricks of trimming, injecting, fire control, like how to put it in a box, all kinds of stuff. And then when to walk, time management. That's the biggest thing. I'll tell you, time management is hard.
Wow. So before we start losing time, because we're running out of time.
I just need to know one thing. Wait, before you ask him that, what about Guy Ferrari? Do you have him down there?
No, we don't.
We got to get him. He loves veterans.
We need to tag him in the comments. That's what we need to do. We need to tag him in the comments. Josh, before we go to the time shot, my question to you is, what can we do? What's the call of action? Like, do you need volunteers? Are you just looking for veterans to come and join the community? What's the call for action that you want to do today?
Right now, I will tell you this, just with the economy and stuff, we're looking for sponsors. We are looking. That's the number one thing. We love to partner. This is not a sponsorship. This is a partnership. We want you to be in for life. Like, we want you to come on board, to be a supporter of us, is because we have so much. This isn't just Rodeo Houston. This is the grill outs with veterans from all over, like different parts of Texas or even in the United States. Go and bring 20 or 30 guys together, and women, or first responders, local heroes, whatever it is, and teach them how to cook championship barbecue. Not even in or steak or anything like that. Could be backyard. We've got chefs that work with us, so that kind of thing. And then that doesn't. When we're talking about Texas Chrome Heroes, barbecue is just. I'll be honest. Barbecue is about this much. Okay, it's pretty small. One of the things we do is advocacy. So when a first responder or a veteran is having issues with medical care, so I'm an advocate. I'm also an ordained minister on cancer care. Okay, cancer care ministry. So I go and I pray with them and talk with them and help them through this process. Is because when you get that diagnosis, it's tough, and it's tough. And how to keep that positive mindset is because positive thinking, and I think you know that it helps the body heal. And then there is so much that we do behind the scenes. We help with wheelchairs for veterans. We help with when veterans have fires at their houses. We help with housing. We do all kinds of stuff. So barbecue, guys, for Texas Chrome is small. But the thing is, too, is that we enjoy giving back. And I think that's the thing, is we can have those veterans, those first responders, local heroes come out and enjoy. Enjoy. We don't need them to go through a tough time for them. We want to give back. That's the thing. And what we're looking for is sponsors right now, partners. That's what we're looking for. Partners to grow this foundation even bigger.
All right.
You move around, like, do you do road shows, or it's always in Houston?
No, we go everywhere. We're everywhere.
Ooh.
Wow.
So we have a cooking trailer, and we pull that thing pretty much. It goes everywhere. It
Nice.
does. And
So-
it is just something it's life changing for a lot of veterans and first responders.
Joshua, can you please allow us, if you give us the dates, to go ahead and promote those dates for veterans in different states that can't make it to Houston?
So right now, that's what we're mapping out.
Nice.
We are mapping that out. If you want to, you can email us at tchfbbq@gmail.com, and that will just say, hey, I'd love to participate. Because that barbecue kind of goes that email, and then we kind of keep all the barbecue in line. So that is tchfbbq at gmail.com.
Okay, so I'm going to I know Wendy's listening. Wendy, if you would write, so there's no misspellings and no human man error, if you would write that in our private, and I'll post it right onto our comments, and everybody will have it.
Yeah, and if you want to sponsor, you can go to texaschrome.org. That's where you can purchase sponsorships. You can purchase tickets. If you want an individual ticket, you just want to experience it. And you're like, hey, I'm not a veteran, but I want to participate. Great. texaschrome.org.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, Josh, before we let you go,
yes,
we
sir.
have we have tradition on the show. It's called Your Time to Shine.
All right. Tell me about what do I need to do?
Today's Time to Shine is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts, veterans, and first responders. Runs on Dunkin'.
This is your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine.
Now, Josh, maybe I didn't ask you, or MJ didn't ask you that right question, set you up for that right answer, and there's just something that you and Wendy together, you have something that you want to get off your chest about this event, this great barbecue that's happening in the Houston area. This is your 2-minute platform to discuss or say anything that we may have forgotten in this interview.
All right, guys. So if you're a veteran or first responder and you are going through an illness, a tough time, whatever it may be, guys, I'll tell you this: do not give up. That's the number one thing. Do not give up. Reach out to us, texaschrome.org. We'd love to give you our resources. We'd love to be a partner in helping you through this hard time, whatever it may be. We will happily help you with our resources. Another thing is that if you're battling cancer, whatever, just reach out to me. I think my number's on the bottom. I'm based out of Houston, but I can help you through the process. I can help you, give you the resources for positive thinking, for prayer, whatever it is. I'm a big advocate for prayer. So that is the thing, guys. We all of us, I'll tell you this, that is on the board of Texas Chrome Heroes. All of us are Christians, and we love to just come in and help people. Every one of us have a big helping heart. We wouldn't do it if we did. We just love to give back. We love to give back. We love to give our resources. We'd love for if anybody that wants to sponsor, be a partner with us, we'd love for that. Also, if you wanna go to all the cook-offs, like as a partner, we'd love that. We'll put your logo on the side of our trailer. We'll do all kinds of stuff. Custom belt buckle as a partner, and that is, it takes resources to do what we do, and that's what we're looking for right now. And if you want a veteran, or want to participate, reach out to us. We'd love to work with you.
All right, fantastic.
So love those.
Fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we've had Josh Rush and Wendy Collier for the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. We want to say once again, thank you for joining us this morning. And we'll work on getting you on some more shows. It's not done yet. We've still got Tracer and everybody else, so we're gonna help you out and get the word out. But thank you for being my guest today.
Yes, thank y'all so much, and I'll be in Indiana next month.
There you go. My hometown, Kokomo, Indiana.
Yes.
Nice.
I'll be in
All right.
Bloomington. So, all right.
Thank
God
you so
bless.
much,
Thank y'all
Josh.
so much for having us.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for your heart. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time where it is the tribute to the troop. And when we come back, not only will we be doing the tribute to the troop, we'll be doing the final thoughts. And me and MJ will discuss all the free events that is going in Miami, PA, and here in Colorado. So what you do, stay with us, don't go away. You're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the Exchange Show on the station that's letting our veterans be heard and beyond.
Detail attention.
First call, the service member's name is called out loud in the context of a unit. This is meant to ensure all are present and accounted for. Second call, the name is called out again, louder, to confirm that the service member is indeed absent. Third call, the name is called out for a final time, followed by a statement indicating that the service member is not present and accounted for, signifying their death. The final roll call serves as a symbolic gesture to respect and remember their service.
Sir, I don't know how to tell the story.
Well, you got to, Joe. You tell these people what these men did here. You tell them how my troopers died.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to NBR today as we pay tribute to Navy SEAL Chief Petty Officer Christopher S. Kyle, 38, of Midlothian, Texas. Chris was born in Odessa, Texas on April 8, 1974 to Wayne and Deborah Kyle. Chris was athletic as a child, and at the age of 8 he had a love of guns, with his dad buying him a bolt-action Springfield 30-06. Kyle grew up hunting pheasant, quail, and deer. Kyle attended high school in Midlothian, Texas, where he graduated in 1992. After graduation, he became a professional bronc rider and ranch hand. His rodeo career ended with an injury to his left arm that required pins. He attended Tarleton State University for 2 years studying range and ranch management. Chris enlisted in the Navy on August 5, 1998. Chris attended basic training on February 10, 1999 and graduated April 1999, then attended intelligence specialist training. He was later accepted in BUDS and graduated class number 233 as a Navy SEAL in March of 2001. Being a sniper on a SEAL Team 3 was his calling, and during his 4 combat tours in Iraq, he was credited with 150 confirmed sniper kills according to the Navy, although there is talk that the number is higher. The previous record was 109. Kyle was awarded a Silver Star and 4 Bronze Stars for valor. In 2012, Chris's autobiography, American Sniper, was released, running 37 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. Chris had a passion for helping veterans. On February 2, 2013, Chris and his friend Chad Littlefield were taking Eddie Ray Ralph, a 25-year-old Marine who had been in and out of a mental hospital for 2 years and was diagnosed with schizophrenia, out to Rough Creek Ranch Lodge Resort Shooting Range in Erath County, Texas. Chris and Chad texted each other while driving out to the range saying that Eddie was crazy and that they needed to watch their backs. At the range, Eddie shot and killed Kyle with a .45 caliber pistol and killed Littlefield with a 9mm Sig Sauer pistol. Kyle is survived by his wife Taya and his 2 children. his parents Wayne and Debbie, and his brother Jeff and wife Amy, as well as extended family and those he served alongside. We here at MBR would like to thank you, Chief Petty Officer Chris Kyle, for your service and dedication to our country. You leave a legacy of love and courage. Our prayers are with your family, friends, and those who served alongside you. You are truly missed.
Bell detail, pinted, ready.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey, from the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down here to lie. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on these front lines. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
I meant to do that. MBR, it's in the game.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, February 6, 2026. We're coming to you live from not only Miami, but from here, broadcasting from Colorado, the Veteran Voices Studio here in Denver, Colorado. It's almost near the top of the hour. We got about 15 minutes left, and we have the final thoughts. But before we do the final thoughts, I thought it was a great interview. I think if you're in the Houston area, I'm sure it's no different than here in Colorado. It's something neat to, go do. I know here in Colorado, when we have the livestock show, there's a lot of individuals that go to that livestock show here at the Denver Coliseum. And it's not barbecue. It's a PBR where you got barrel racing and bull riding and many, many, many other events. But talking about events, tell us, MJ, what do you have going on in PA and in Miami this weekend?
I only going to do the free events.
Okay.
There's so many things going on, but I'm going to do the free because I'm doing both. So here we go. This is what we got going on in the Philadelphia area, folks. If you like the African American Children's Book Fair, it's a free annual celebration with books, activities, and authors talk at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. That is February the 7th. We also have the First Friday art events in the Philadelphia area, free gallery openings and local art receptions across Philadelphia, including the First Friday at Arch Enemy Arts on February 6th, 52 Weeks of Firsts, a series of free historical and cultural celebrations in Philadelphia throughout February, marking its city's 250th anniversary. Happy anniversary to the United States and, of course, Philadelphia, where everything was dead and done. Free Library of Philadelphia programming. These branches are across the city, host free talks, story times, and author events, and more tied to the Black History Month, which is presently in. As statewide celebrations, we also know that Punxsutawney Phil declared 6 more weeks of winter up there in those states. The snow geese viewing is free. Watch tens of thousands of snow geese at the Middle Creek Lake, a free outdoor natural spectacle throughout February and March. For both of those months, it's completely free to get in, put those cameras up and take those pictures. We also have the Hot Chocolate Walk. It's a cozy free community walk in the Blue Spruce Park with complimentary hot chocolate finish, and that is February the 7th. Now I'm going to move on down to our beautiful state of Florida. Here are some free events across the Florida in February. We have festivals and arts events. The Art Fest Fort Myers. It's a free waterfront fine art festival with live music and children's activities in downtown Fort Myers, February the 6th through the 8th. We also have the Gulfport Fine Arts Festival. That's free admission art fair with local and national artists at the Claymore Park Gulfport. That is February the 14th through the 15th. And obviously we have the Clearwater the Sea Blues Festival. These free outdoor blues music festival is Coachman Park with live bands and vocal vendors. That is February the 28th. So it's a little bit later in the month, but please feel free. We also have the Dunedin Mardi Gras, which is a free carnival atmosphere and parade down in downtown Dunedin, Florida. That's February the 17th. And that will wrap up your free events. We have Central Florida. That's the lower part of Florida. The Central Florida has DTO Live Chalk Festival in Orlando. Free 2-day chalk art festival downtown with interacting artists, 3D artistry, and community fun. That is this weekend, February 6th and 7th. Eustis, that's up there as well in Middle Central Florida. Is the first Friday of the street party. Free monthly community parties with music and vendors on February the 6th. Get Down and Dirty downtown street party in Maitland. Free football themed street parties this weekend with music and bounce houses for the kids. It's free February the 6th. And last but not least, the Oviedo Mall Winter Carnival. Free rides, games, and entertainment February 4th to the 8th. And that will wrap up Florida.
Awesome. And for Colorado, February 6th, today, Friday, we have Ruby Hill Railhead from 5 to 11. Ruby Hill, South Platte River from West Jewel Avenue. Enjoy urban skiing, snowboarding, and terrain park open all weekend. Unfortunately, there's not really any snow, but you know, if something happens, there you go. Saturday, February 7th, Jazz Roots 5 Point. It's a time varies, daytime, evening, 5 Points neighborhood, a community jazz performance and music, ongoing weekend day culture access SCFD free days program, various dates, times of free museum access, participating art institutions across Metro Denver. Call ahead of time for reservations or just to see if they're doing stuff. Denver Art Museum free day, February 10th. Event after this weekend, but part of the free access season. Denver Botanic Free Garden is February 12th. So if you don't have somewhere to take your honey for Valentine's Day, take them to the Denver Botanic Gardens. It's a free day for that weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for free events for this weekend in Denver. And that brings us to our final moments, our final thoughts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in.
It's the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. What we learned today. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
At Project ML, gratitude. Our mission is simple, to give motorcycles to veterans who need the kind of peace and freedom that only a ride can give.
All right, well, we're going to start with HG today. HG, what did you learn today?
I learned the healing power of barbecuing and the camaraderie that can come with it.
Okay. Yeah. You know,
I didn't know that something so delicious could also make such an impact.
Right. Well, you know, it's all about finding that purpose, you know, finding that purpose, finding your place in this world that, you know, that makes you whole. It gives you the service. It gives you something to keep your mind off of the things that are going around in your head. And, you know, you can win some money and you can win some trips to different places. So, you know, I can see that. Caveman, what do you got for us today?
I just learned all about that company. That is a pretty sweet event they got going on.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to try and check that out one year, or go see if they got a broadcast of it or something. That's sweet. That's pretty cool.
Right. And you know, he was talking about like this is the world championships, you know, it's unlike, I'm not going to name the restaurant because I don't want you in trouble, but if you go to Aspen, there's like one restaurant there that says it's the best barbecue in town. Well, it's the only barbecue in town. So it's kind of hard to say you're the best if you don't have any competition in town. So, yeah, that's you know, take that for what it's worth, useless knowledge. I think the biggest thing that I learned today is, you know, I don't know if it was really a part of the show today, but a friend of mine on Facebook, he posted something and I kind of wanted to share it. He posted that, you know, the reason why social media is like tearing people apart, you know, making them sad and everything, is because we have to remember that creators, digital creators on TikTok or Instagram or all these social media platforms, you know, their job is to get engagement. How are you going to get engagement? Well, they're going to get engagement the same way that our media gets engagement. They're going to bring you the stories that tug on your hearts, that are going to make you mad, that are going to get you to comment and voice your opinion. Ultimately, that is how they make money. So, you know, I had a soldier yesterday that wrote me and, you know, he was talking about how he was tired of like the politics and stuff. And I'm like, you know what's so funny? And he was like, what's that? And I'm like, after like the Senate and Congress, all of them, they're talking amongst themselves. And, when those cameras come on, it's a different person that comes up on that camera. And believe it or not, all those people that talk about how they hate each other, I guarantee you they're drinking together and eating together that night. So keep that in mind when you read something that's very controversial, or that just makes you livid. Number one, is it a reliable source? But number two, why? Why are they writing that? Why are they promoting division? It's because they're getting paid for it. And they're getting paid for likes, and they're getting paid for views. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what today's society, social media is all about, And MJ, what did you learn today?
I got an awareness, and I'm thankful for it, because I grew up in a little bitty co-punk town up on the mountain. And when you say the word barbecue, it's always sauce ridden, some kind of vinegar, whatever. And I asked the question, and when she said, no, it's steak or whatever. So then I decided I was going to look up, what does the word barbecue mean? And it is actually from the Caribbean, meaning barbacoa, and it's BARBACOL, which describes a wooden framework used to cook meat slowly over fire or smoke. Europeans picked it up as the word evolving into barbecue with the CUE. And I never understood, because that's why I don't go, because I get acid reflux when I eat reds now, like red sauces. So I just don't go. So I am so freaking happy of the awareness that they said, no, it's just slow cooking. Barbecue means barbacoa, means slow cooked meat. And I'm so thankful for that awareness for my educational purposes today.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know that, and thank you for that, MJ. We thank you for that, MJ and HG and Caveman, for the job that you did today. I really appreciate it. We're definitely kicking ass as a team. We know you have a choice in who you listen to in the morning. There's so many shows out there, and those that watch us continuously, religiously, and engage with us, we want to say thank you. We appreciate it. Now, if you're a nonprofit, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can do so by emailing me on the website mbradio.us, or you can send us an email through manager@mbradio.us. That's Mike Bravo Radio.us. But other than that, we are going to take off next Friday, just because, you know what? It's Valentine's Day Saturday, and some of us need a day to prep, for those that are in the Hollywood, what is it? It's called the honeymoon stages of their life, and it's just nice to have a day off every once in a while. So that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you have a great weekend. And remember, safety briefing, don't beat your wife, don't drink and drive, and whatever you do with everybody that you meet this week, go to treat them as you would want to be treated. And all of us here at MBR says we're here for you, not for us, giving our veterans a voice. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness, one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature Broadcast Beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.